Ho ho! This is it.
Oh.
Dance, boy.
Oh. No! Run away! No!
Yes! I got. Hey guys, you're watching Matt the Musketeer, and today I actually have quite a few different subjects that I want to talk to you guys about. Now, to begin with, this is quite an exciting day for me. This is my first day of being unemployed again. I did finish my year contract that I started, surprisingly, a year ago. With my work, I finished on Friday, so today is my first kind of day of unemployment or freedom. I do obviously go back to university at the end of kind of September time, so I do have quite a few months now where I'm free, and I am planning on just doing YouTube all the time for you guys, so hopefully I'll be getting up videos a lot more often, maybe one or two every 2 days, maybe one a day. But also, I'm going to try and take part in a lot more events with you guys, organise events with you and Westy, so, you know, stay tuned for those. We will be putting them up on Twitter and all that kind of stuff, so if you want to be involved in any kind of events and play with myself and some other kind of Pixel Enemy YouTubers, don't forget to, follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. The links are below, and that's where you can kind of keep up to date with all the information and events that are going on. But not only that, now that I do have a lot more time to create this content for you, I want to ask, what kind of videos do you want to see on the channel? Out of all the different styles of video, which do you prefer seeing? And what kind of content do you want to see me cover? Now that I have all of this extra time, I will try and do as much of that stuff for you guys as possible. And today, finally, my ROCCAT gear did arrive. ROCCAT sent me out a new ISKU keyboard and a ROCCAT Cone Inferno orange mouse, which, as I promised, I am going to be giving away. I know it's been quite a while, but eventually they've sent it out to me. So today I'm going to be picking a winner at some point in the video for this ROCCAT Cone mouse. So today I want to talk to you guys about DLC with Battlefield 4. Now so far we actually know very little about the multiplayer maps for this game. We have only seen Siege of Shanghai. It was in the pre-alpha, in the closed alpha, and it's pretty safe to assume that this same map will be in the beta, as was with Battlefield 3. We saw Operation Metro in the alpha and the beta, because of course EA and DICE, they don't want to show off too much of the game before it is released. But that said, we already know about 2 other DLCs that will be coming out for this game. Of course, the first originally we thought was entitled Drone Strike, but we do now know it's confirmed as China Rising. And this is going to be very similar to the setup we saw with Back to Karkand, where you order it with a special edition version of the game, and within maybe a month or 2 months of the game coming out, we will see China Rising being released. And then of course at E3 for the Xbox One show, we did see Second Assault. Now Second Assault is going to be an Xbox One early exclusive, so maybe a week, 2 weeks earlier than all other platforms for Battlefield 4. And we do know Second Assault is going to be 4 of the most popular maps from Battlefield 3. And since then, people have been putting together polls and votes to try and work out the general consensus for the 4 most popular maps from Battlefield 3. And on top of that, Demise, Alan Kurtz, who does work for DICE, did say on Twitter, in his words, that he thinks Operation Metro and Caspian Border are clear runaways. Now since then he's gone on to confirm that this is just a rumour, he can't really announce anything as confirmed popular map for Battlefield 3. But from what he said, it looks like Operation Metro, which we all know is a very popular map anyway, and things like Caspian Border could be reoccurring into Battlefield 4. But with all that said, and all this exciting news and information that they're giving us about all these DLCs, I wanted to ask you guys, are you pleased with the way they're doing the DLC for Battlefield 4? Personally, I think it's a little bit overkill that we know so little about the original vanilla Battlefield 4 multiplayer, yet already they're telling us about DLCs and trying to surprise us and give us sneak peeks of other DLCs that we will be getting for the game. Now, originally, DLCs back in the day were about expanding a good game. They're the whole idea of they create a game and maybe a year down the line they think, you know what, we want to add to this game, we want to improve this game, we want to increase its longevity. And since then, I think DLCs have really been obscured by marketing. It's no longer about just trying to extend a game, it's just about making more money from a game. To be honest, if a map is created now, if they have the maps for China Rising DLC, the game isn't out yet, it shouldn't be a DLC. Any map that they have already designed should just be in the base game. DLC is about a couple of years down the line, 8 months down the line or whatever, about creating content then and then extending the longevity of the game, not creating DLCs alongside the original game just to release later on as, as an expansion to create more money. They could easily, DLC, these maps may not have even been created as DLC. They could have just said, actually, we'll take these 3 maps out of the game, and then we'll give them later on, and we'll charge them, £20 extra for them. So, to be honest, I think the way DLCs are going these days is really kind of corrupt, and it's a little bit strange the way they're trying to run these DLCs with not just Battlefield, but Call of Duty. All of these games now, they create DLC as an idea of a revenue creation rather than just trying to extend the longevity of a game that they really enjoy. Now, I actually really enjoyed and agreed with the DLC system that we had with Bad Company 2. Now, of course, Bad Company 2 did include the online EA Pass, which now has been removed from future EA games, apparently. But there was a system of reward for players who had bought the game brand new. So for anybody who bought the game pre-owned, you still could play online, but you could only play the vanilla original maps. If you wanted to play any of the DLC, you had to pay a one-off payment of about £15. But for anybody who had supported the developers of the game by paying full price and buying the game brand new, you did get all of the DLC for free. Now, I think this is a really good system because I think it makes sense for somebody who paid £40 for a game should be allowed to play more of it and be rewarded than somebody who paid £15. And if you do want to have all of those options available to you, you should then pay that extra bit of money to pay an equal price as everybody else. Now, that said, of course, there was Bad Company Vietnam, which was probably the best DLC pack that DICE have ever done, and this did cost £10. This was a one-off payment for anybody, no matter if you were a VIP or not. But that felt really worthwhile because it wasn't just, 4 extra maps. It was pretty much a whole separate game. Bad Company 2 Vietnam could have been just a whole separate game. And for £10, probably the best £10 in gaming I've ever spent. Unfortunately, it did die very quickly. People, went back to playing the original maps, which is one of the kind of downfalls of it. Because it felt like a separate game, it didn't kind of integrate as well with the rest of Bad Company 2. It even had like a different kind of sensitivity on PlayStation 3, so it kind of killed itself off by being so independent and so kind of different. But at the same time, those maps, there was something really special about Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam. And I did agree with the fact that you had to pay for that. So I actually really enjoyed the DLC system we saw with Bad Company 2. And when Battlefield 3 came out, I was originally hoping to see a very similar style of DLC. Obviously, we got Premium. And that said, the £40 that I spent on Premium, I think was worthwhile, and I probably did get my money's worth. I played all the maps, I played a lot of hours on the game, all the extra weapons, so, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think? What kind of systems do you prefer seeing? Do you prefer seeing a kind of Premium DLC that we see in Battlefield 3 and probably with Battlefield 4, or do you prefer some of the older systems of DLC that we saw with Bad Company 2? So leave me your opinions and comments below, and don't be afraid to leave me your thoughts, guys. I'll try and reply and get back to as many of you guys as I possibly can. I always love hearing your thoughts and opinions on these subjects. Now, of course, before I round up today's video, it is time to pick a winner of the ROCCAT Cone Gaming Mouse. All you have to do for a chance to win this is be subscribed to the channel. I apologise for it taking so long, but of course ROCCAT did have to send me out the kit, and it did actually arrive in the UK and it was damaged, so then they took it back. So it's been a bit of a long process, so I apologise for that. But now I'm just going to pick a winner randomly from my subscriber list to win the Orange Inferno ROCCAT Gaming Mouse. Actually, it's quite a rare, nice gaming mouse. So all I'm going to do is click on my subscriber list, go up and down on the pages, click on a random page. And now I'm going to close my eyes, scroll up and down randomly, and click on a name. Couldn't think of a more, fair and easy way to do it. So here we go, I have a winner. So the winner of the ROCCAT Cone Gaming Mouse is GTX Mustang PlayStation 3. So you have won yourself the ROCCAT Cone mouse, even though by the sounds that you're on PS3, but never mind. You've got yourself this mouse. I hope you enjoy it. If you guys want to have yourself a chance to win more stuff, stay subscribed. I do have a lot more ROCCAT stuff to give away. So, now we're sponsored by them for the top 5 plays. You guys will have a lot more chance to win some pretty cool stuff. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, hit me up with a like and a comment below. It helps me out so much. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.